Darren Alton gave $60 as donations from both me and my girlfriend, Amanda Lucero. Both of us were impressed with the V-run, so have 8 bits from each of us. Tristan Helwa said V is awesome, put in some for prize. JJ Foot gave 25 for showing Move 2, one of my top 2 games of all time, though that's for multiplayer. Also, more for KH1. Okay, KH1 is taking the lead again, actually. KH1 with that 25 takes a $16 lead over KH2. Matthew Merkel said, I haven't laughed at it in a long time. Thanks for doing the challenge. And this is an extra $5 for Rom Scout doing the challenge as well. Thank you, Matt. Alright, the last comment here, Christophers. I'm sorry. It's probably not that funny. But 429, I saw I had to search in on PayPal, so I decided to put it towards KH2. KH2?
KH2, he's making a...
Oh, I got you, okay.
Yeah, it took me a second too.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I'm not old.
Alright, I don't think the game audio up by one line. Just because the sugar amount is being cut off. Good? There we go. I don't know for a few seconds. Hopefully the screen can get the game audio now.
Sorry. What, like this?
Oh hey, look at that! All of a sudden everybody says happy things. Okay, I did the right thing. I'm gonna eat this last cookie.
Okay, we got this game sound. Yay.
A bit more. Oh, sorry.
Oh god, I forgot
okay,
to put the timer thinking.
No, I'm sorry, I meant to move the text up, not the window.
Well, I was trying to get it so it wasn't cutting off the donations level.
Right, and now it's stupid.
Good?
No, we're still missing one line a while.
Just, yeah, I guess a little.
We'll just move the donation total. Like, up a line.
Yeah, okay, now it should be fine.
Yeah, that's good. We're good now.
Okay, yeah, the bottom
Center it.
Just center, yeah, I'll just put center. I'm trying to push tab more, but that's weird. I don't want tab more. That's weird. Just push center there.
Okay, close enough.
But, I was trying to get rid of the tab, but oh, whatever. I'll just
Google Docs is trolling you.
Yeah. Alright, so, do we have the prize on hand for this game? There's a
what is
couple
it?
curlers everywhere?
Wait for it. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Well, we do have furthers, but I have no idea where they are.
They should be in the closet. Check. Oh, and does anyone want me to get the, like, Taco's lipstick and Curly's underwear?
Somebody was trying to talk to me.
How long till you have to start getting those? I forget.
About 10 plus minutes for one of them and about...
Okay, how about we just throw in a little cheap goal? How about $20 for each item?
Oh, I'm going the wrong place.
You'll be getting, if you put in $5 more, you'll be getting, in for the drawing for some curlers that Arrow's looking for right now.
Yeah, I got it.
Cool. Alright, so Arrow will be showing you those in a second here. Yeah, $5 or more will get you in for these curlers, and you can just put that right towards getting the extra items in Cave Story. And what are they again?
Just the use of items, Choco's lipstick, and Curly's underwear. No value, just humorous.
Okay, so we'll just what's up?
Shouldn't I go on the top?
It is now. You're right. I'm not.
Okay, tell me if these are centered on this on the stream.
Right.
So
Okay,
here's the thrillers we're giving away this time. We've got 3 of the Mimi God characters.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, that was Sue, I think. That's
King.
That's a really evil boss later on. Yeah, kill.
Wait, is it that?
Torka.
Yeah.
And then finally everybody's favorite.
Bora! Alright, so $5 gets you in for any one of those curlers.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this is an awesome cutscene. Well, not skip quite, but puts you further than you should be for that cutscene.
Yeah, it's just
skips a little bit of space.
Yep. It does save some time.
Yep.
There you go, Rock Scout. Peace offering.
Oh, thank you. Alright, so this shipment's going for the K-Story Provers. We're looking forward to the speedrun of this great game. Good luck, says Miguel Cornoyer. $5 that was. Alright, so I guess we didn't really elaborate, maybe we should have, that he's actually doing the full game. He is getting the best ending. So he will be going through hell at the end of this, or the sanctuary, whatever you call it. Sacred Grounds, I'm sorry, Sacred Grounds. Most people just call it hell, that I know, so for those who are unaware, wait, why isn't there an elephant for Orphan K-Story? Those ones are fun. Tell Rom to refresh again. I have been doing that quite a bit. Nothing yet.
It takes a while. You just sometimes like we sometimes get them out of order.
Yeah,
we'll get one and then we'll refresh. We'll get one that's dated earlier.
This thing's been a little wacky lately, but yeah, I just refreshed and got like a gazillion donations.
Yeah. Just chill out. Like if you send the donation, it takes us a while to get it. Yeah. It takes us a while to get comments afterwards. So just be patient.
Don't worry, all your donations are going through. They will be in for the drawings for the Furward, and they're all going to the organization for autism research.
Yeah, and we're creeping up on 11,000, so keep those donations coming, guys. Yeah, actually, you should update the totals.
Yeah, what's that?
10,746.
Okay. Yeah, lots of people are very impressed by your gameplay so far, Nitrodon.
Alright.
I'm running the perverts.
Yep, that's what
they don't die until later.
Yeah, well, I'll just knock him off when he dies.
No, it's 2 lives.
Does he live? Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the green shirt guys.
Torko dies and King.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I mixed those two up.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah, they're not gonna say, oh well. Well, we got some tape. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I mixed up Sue and Toriko, sorry. Alright, so, I guess I'll just keep reading these donations through. If you ever need serious time or something, just shut me up, okay?
I need serious time in exactly 1 room, you know which one it is.
Okay. I'll just wait until that point.
Sacred Grounds room 2.
Oh, I thought you meant 1 room from now, and I was like, no, I don't know which one is. I know Sacred Grounds is, like, where serious time is, but okay. So we've got one.
In other words, feel free to do donations
No.
now, while you still can.
Yeah, no, Sacred Grounds room 2, with those blocks and the cutscene cutting you off in the middle of the blocks, is just like the most ridiculous thing in the game.
And no, he will not be getting a spur, he's going to be getting the machine gun because it basically functions like a jetpack.
Yeah.
It saves a lot of time.
It's going to be helping him do a lot of shortcuts.
Yeah.
So, Jeff Carlson donates $10, says if Greg B is watching this, he should donate too. Get on, Greg B. Naram Shot donates another 10. 10 more for puns. On Link to Pass, I'll just remind Naram Scott to have my previous 20 as well. I believe I did. It got to 80. So it's 90 now. Also, K-Story Rocks, Love the Moon song track. That's on the outer wall. It's a pretty cool song. Actually, most of the tracks in this game are really awesome. It's one of the best chiptune soundtracks I've ever heard. Noah Tomlin, $10. I've never got very far into K-Story, but seeing others beat it as fast is always neat. Assuming the stream stops lagging so much, of course.
It's working fine.
I mean, through XSplit, it looks pretty smooth right now.
It's streaming fine in the other room.
everyone else saying it's fine. So if you're having an issue,
refresh.
Then,
you know, totally close out your browser every once in a while. Let it refresh if you've been watching.
Yeah,
for a
especially
long
if
time.
you're using the browser like Firefox, it just eats up memory like crazy. So every once in a while, you should close it and reopen it.
Yeah, I mean it looks fine on this laptop here, so unfortunately I think it's on your end.
Yeah.
Or somewhere between your end and Justin, who knows.
Alright, and Nathaniel Gold says, don't you dare let Curly die. Oh, he won't.
There's only one true ending as far as we're concerned.
Yeah. Leo Manelli gives $10. Says, K-Stars again, we look forward to the most in these marathons. Here's $10 for a chance for those awesome throwers, and also to add a little more to luck for Lunk to pass. He was great work, Dr. Joss. So, $10 for Lunk right here, puts it 67. Still within striking distance of Epsi and Huns, who are the front runners right now. We have Diego Terrace, one of my favorite games, everyone should play it. Yeah, if you've never played this before, it's just a really fun game. It's kind of like Contra and like a Metroid game, you just get mixed pretty much.
Check those lists that coming up. Can you search through the donations?
Yeah, I don't think anyone donated for that yet, but I will look real quick just to make sure.
What was that? I saw something get the something. Yeah, one of those SMK or get the item.
Okay, SMK get 20 to get the item. So you're getting, what, 2 of them? So, SMK is making you get them, so get them. Alright, and he also thanks us for getting the music go. Thank Tranquilite, rather, because he's the guy that fixed it.
Alright. Kind of funny.
I would just like to thank SMK for writing the donation app that we're using.
It is
made
very awesome.
a million times easier to keep track of all this stuff.
I sleep and wake up and...
The best part is not having to go to the shipping page to read the comments.
Yeah, refreshing
that. You can see I got her lipstick when I did that.
Nice. Refreshing the chip-in page near the end of Awesome Games Done Quick. It would
take like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's because it turns out it's because it's got a really weird like JavaScript thing running in it that like re-renders the page after you load it, and Firefox, the older version of Firefox we were using, has a really slow JavaScript engine, so it would take like 2 or 3 minutes to show the page after we hit refresh. So.
I was also a little mistake, but also faster than normal.
Well, you got through it. That's all that matters.
All in all, everything's been running pretty smoothly this time. I think we kind of figured out the best way to stream both the commentary and the games, and then have all the bidding stuff on screen as well.
Yeah, other than the struggle with the Mega Man 3 race and getting Ribbon working, this has been going remarkably well.
Every marathon has been better than one before it. You know, we learn from our mistakes and try to improve it.
Now we know Ribbon's never going in a marathon again. Sorry.
At least not without testing it first. But yeah, I mean, feel free to give your feedback after the marathon if there's things you think we can improve, things that are within our control at least.
Alright, so there's going to be a cool damage boost coming up. So, he wants to keep this.
Yeah.
So, in order to do that, he's gonna just go right over the top of the building instead of going in.
You can get it again, but that's slower.
Yeah, that's slower. I should say, to keep from backtracking once again, he is going to just... Yeah. He's gonna reset here, and I believe you're gonna pause buffer or something pretty quick.
Well, it's for that pausing...
Oh yeah, pausing resets the... Okay. So there you go. He is now skipped into the next area.
Yeah, so normally you have to use the jellyfish juice to put that fire out, and then you have to go back and get it again because you need it for the bomb you're about to get. So that stays...
Right, I used the 4 stars for that.
Yeah, that saves that trip back that you just saw him take before, so...
Yeah. I believe he's getting the blade and not exchanging it for the Nemesis. I believe he's keeping the blade.
That's correct.
Yeah. Alright, now we're coming up to a couple of Balrog fights in like 3 seconds apart.
Well, like 3 minutes, but...
So 3 minutes, whatever. It's like... And one he's a frog, but technicalities.
Get ready.
Yeah, one of them is a Balfrog.
Balfrog.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game actually calls it that, Balrog.
And there's some pretty cool shortcuts for fighting Balrog.
Crunch.
The poor robot. Yeah, among indie games, this is one of the pretty much most famous ones for freeware at least. But in case you're uninformed, this whole game was this whole game was made, like everything in it was made by one person who goes by Pixel. So
the music.
Yeah, everything by him. So, and this was what, like 2002?
4 or 5.
4 or 5? Okay. Yes, it's been out quite a while. It's also now on the Wii. Re-released on that.
Yeah, he partnered with another developer to have it ported to the Wii, and they kind of gave it updated graphics and some remixed music.
Also going to the 3DS, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know if the 3DS version is going to be a full port or if it's going to actually be have new levels and stuff.
Oh. Yeah,
okay.
They've released some trailers for it, but it's still kind of in development.
Yeah, and you can go to that link that I'm going to just put there if you want to download this game, if you like what you're seeing. Yeah, whether you're speedrunning or just playing it normally, I can attest that it is a ton of fun.
Considering it's still free for the PC, if you haven't played it, there's no excuse not to. It's a great game. You've got to try it at least.
Yep.
My introduction to this game, at least as far as like actually watching someone play through, was the January Marathon, where I was stuck commentating it, even though I'd never played it before. But I enjoyed watching it so much that I downloaded it like within a month after getting back, because I decided to try it.
I'm doing terrible right now.
I forget what exactly.
There you go.
Where exactly I discovered this game.
Alright, so we're about to have a boss fight here.
I could die here, but not.
Are you gonna try the damage boost?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna intentionally take damage, and the amount of damage I intentionally take is exactly 6.
So, okay, he can't get hit unintentionally in this battle, or he'll die. If he's gonna be trying both the damage, or all damage boosts. The damage boost he's gonna be trying is to... Normally you have to go to the end, where those little fans are, and then jump over Balrog in order to get him to attack and open his mouth so he's vulnerable. But with the damage boost...
I jumped.
Oh, unfortunate. But yeah, with the damage boost there, instead what you're doing is resetting him so he has to turn around quicker. And that speeds up the fight significantly.
If my finger hadn't flipped on the X button, I would have won.
Yeah, it happened, dude. Alright, so trying to catch up on these donation comments, and you guys are donating a lot. I have too much to read, and I appreciate it, and so does the Organization for Autism Research. Alright, let's be quiet here until it gets Balrogs and getting concentration needs. There we go. Should get him right after the fan here. Oh, he's just gotta do damage boost. Risky, but got it. That's all it counts.
Yeah, I usually 3-round them, but not anymore, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't really had much of a chance to play since you've been here, right? So, Can someone relay a message to Rom? Well, I'm reading the chat, so yes, you can relay the message to me if you want. If it's about this donation that you just sent, I can read you thanking us for the game audio at that. Alright, so Mark is done.
I think this is the third game that's had a frog enemy in it.
Yeah. That's my favorite color, red or green, depending on the day. Which makes that watermelon color for the Alucard in my run very fitting. Alright, James Dansel sends $5 saying watching Nitrodon play is always a treat. Keep up the great work, everyone. We appreciate that. And Pan Wyatt gave $10. Epsy file name has another 10. So a bit of a bigger lead on puns now. These are all things I love. SDA, what you guys are doing. K-Story, the shark pool for Epsy. Quests, and all my friends working and watching you guys for others. Thank you so much for caring for the cause. Appreciate that. Brian Boaz sends $20. Still looking for. Oh, I'm going to Time Hell. And okay, so Maklamata, or unpronounceable, is going to Time Hell and make a donation depending on how much you beat his time by, which is 358.
Alright, that's
Is that pretty easy for you to beat?
Oh, it's average for me, but if you manually time it, well, the timer doesn't count dialogue and
can you grab, when you're in the outer wall,
I can grab the Nakamura.
Yeah, just grab it in the outer wall, it's easy. Okay, so he'll make a detour for the outer wall to get the timer, and then we can see from that straightforward whether he beats your timer or not.
I haven't actually timed myself in Hell recently anyway, so I have no idea what time I'm gonna get.
Okay. Well, hopefully you beat 358, so get some extra donations there. Alright, Brian Boaz, I'd love to get my hands on one of those throwers. I'll split the money towards Cage 2. So Cage 2 has retaken the lead. Is now up by $8 over Cage 1.
Get the fan better airflow. Only 2 seconds after I did that.
Alright, Jonathan Pedro sends $20. Welcome to Marathon. Keep it up. Hoping to have a chance at winning a 3DS. I love Ultra J, man. Wyatt Man sends $5. Looking forward to yet another stellar run by Nitrodon. Keep up the awesomeness. David Spickerman sends $50. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Good luck with the run, Nitrodon. Got up early just to watch it. I'd like to also use this to let you guys know that me and a friend of mine, Thor Brand, good luck pronouncing that one right, I probably didn't, are donating a copy of Portal and Left 4 Dead 2, each during their respective runs. Just send me the emails once they are drawn. Okay. We will keep a note of that. Just Uyama, if you don't mind doing this for me, go on the shipping page, because I can't see people's emails, I don't think, on the donation app. Can I? I guess I can. Never mind. Search it. Hold on. Let's save you. I'll deal with it later, but I don't remember to search it. Actually, I'll just do it right now. You got time.
Am I getting Phil's underwear?
Yes.
Okay.
Because, SMK donated.
They can't see this bottom line here.
I
clicked before.
Okay, they can see it now. Yeah, they can definitely see it. Okay. Alright, so...
Oh, come on, really? What is going on?
Let me just,
I guess I just need to let this thing go off for a speaker.
Alright. Oh, it's LL Cool Day. Okay, I did not know you were LL Cool Day. I apologize. I should know.
I knew that.
I should know my SDA names better. I'm sorry. I knew his first name was Dave. Does that count for something? Okay, so... Alright, LL Cool Dave, I'll just, like, message you in IRC later, and you can just give me the codes or whatever for L4D2 and Portal. But yeah, we'll be giving those away as prizes, I guess, during those games. So, we'll go ahead and add those as prizes after this game. Thank you for that donation. Really appreciate it, Cool Dave. Alright, Adam McDonald, $10, says Elk from 91.8, the fan here again. Sending our fans here as much as we can. Really appreciate that. Miles Butler sends $5. Donate again to make up for the lost time on the last marathons. Continuously entertaining for a great cause. Except for the 5-hour sleep break, I've been watching It's just the beginning, and we'll see it to the end. Wow, that is hardcore. Thank you for giving that much support.
It's so difficult. It's like it gets to the Nintendo startup and then restarts. I'm hoping it's just full repeating.
Yeah, you might just want to leave it off for like 20 minutes.
Something like that, yeah.
I always liked this boss. I don't know why.
I'm not at the boss yet.
No, well, okay, I know
The one
that.
that's coming up.
The one that's coming up.
It could also be the fact that I still have to use it. Maybe that was free.
Alright, toothache sends another $5. Time zones are a pain, but I managed to get up in time for this game. Throw in some, get a chance for those Pearlers. Good luck with cave storage. Yeah, if you don't mind showing the Pearlers once again. There are 4 of them, and they're all very adorable.
Were these ones made by Caleb or someone else?
I don't know. Mecha-Richter's in the chat. Did you make these or did Caleb make these?
I actually pulled them out of the envelope. I could just put the name on there.
Oh, okay. Mecha-Richter made these. Mecha-Richter does take commissions for these. You can paste Mecha-Richters in the chat. You can just paste where to contact in that actually.
Okay, here's the Mimi God characters.
Yeah, so if you want a commission to get, not plushies, I'm sorry, Pearlers like these, then
maybe next marathon we'll have some Cave Story plushies. That'd be awesome. If we're running Cave Story again.
Alright, so yeah, Mecha-Richter's paste his email in the chat. Yeah. That's still pretty quick.
Yeah. Usually he only jumps once.
And now for the obnoxious fetch quest of the game. The puppies!
This, yeah, when I realized that you can only carry one at a time, I was just like, really?
Did I really forget the puppy?
Probably the only tedious part of the game.
Yeah. I'll go back and get it, do I want time?
Yeah. Yeah, you could have gotten one puppy already, but...
Touching the puppies better than the puppies touching the baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably something he just, like, wants to get out of his mind every time he runs. Because what kind of speedrunner wants to just go back and forth like that, you know?
Yeah.
Right, so... Again, $5 or more during this run, and you can win any one of those Pearlers. Daniel Medina sends in $10. Brian Holtkamp sends in 20. Says, glad to see someone speedrun this great game for a great cause. Continue great work and hope to see more of these events in the future. Chad Gordon sends $15. Nitrodon is my hero and I love this run. He's going to go beast mode in hell. Can't wait. Alright, yeah, lots of people really excited for this run right now. So, yeah. It is going to be a little bit lame for a bit, I guess, compared to what's going to come up after, but I assure you, there's, especially once the, well, you already have the machine gun. You already have the machine gun, so you're already starting to get some shortcuts and stuff. Sub 24, Mayport, don't count on. I haven't been able to play the game since I've been here, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, you got some practice. You got some practice, right?
I got practice before. It's just like I have not played the game that much.
Yeah.
So if I can get around 25, I'll be happy. But yeah, Mayport, I apologize in advance if I don't meet your expectations. Same to like Existence and Ebu, if any of you guys embrace me or watching. But I will be doing all the tricks, or at least most of the tricks I'd normally be doing in a race. We'll see how that goes. I just might fail some.
Drop the hearts. Usually drop 20 experience.
Someone asks if you can only speedrun the 1.0 version of this game.
What do you mean?
Are there any version differences you have to worry about?
I have no idea.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Apparently it doesn't matter.
You can probably just hand him a copy of Cave Story, you would just beast it, so...
Come on, give me... That's not gonna work. No?
I'm assuming that whatever the version is that you download from the site, if that's like a newer version that they can have.
And here's the little free machine gun.
Yeah. See, this is why he's keeping the machine gun and not getting the spur. Or rather, why he's getting the machine gun and not keeping the pistol so that he can get the spur later.
I mean, there's not really any major glitches in the game except for the damage boost, and that can definitely be done in the newest versions of it.
I'll use good chamber 7.
I'm not sure it can be done in the Wii version.
Oh, Mayport, there are so many more chambers than 7 and 8. There's 16, 18, Escape 1.
Well, just remember, no matter how badly he ends up doing it, he still has had way more practice than I did on Castle Crashers.
That's
Plus, when I did that run, I was still really tired.
even if I only get like 25 minutes, that's not like that bad playing that game, I guess. I got like a 2740 something at SGDQ. I expect to at least beat that significantly. Because I will be doing more tricks than I did now. Alright, the only race I'm looking forward to this marathon is the Super Metro 100% race. Well, is there any more races left? I guess in case
Super Metroid.
That's what I just said, yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 2 will be a race if it wins the bidding war between those
So
two
if KH2 wins, then that'll also be a race. But yeah, I am absolutely hyped for the 100% race for SM also. I've watched Desirect practice it a lot, and it seemed to get his 101 and stuff on there, so... 101's a ridiculously good time. Like, even if you're playing 80%, let alone 100%.
Yeah, 101 is my best.
I'm gonna be, me and Vorpalage are gonna be racing any percent at the next winter marathon, but hopefully I can get my time down, because last I checked he's like 6 minutes faster than I am, but I haven't been able to I haven't practiced it since then, because I've been worried about other stuff, but hopefully I can practice it before January and get it down, at least within a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I believe that would be an 80%.
Yeah, that's gonna be 80%. That's, originally, I was actually going to be in the 100% Super Metroid race this time. I volunteered because I have a pretty decent time, and I wanted it to be a race. But then Desirect posted that he'd beat my
Desirect beasts.
Yeah, he's gonna be like at least 10 minutes faster than my best time. So I was like, you know what? If you're that better, much better, you can have it.
Yeah, Tranquilite and Desirect are their best times are fairly close.
Yeah.
So
I mean, maybe
it should be a good race.
Maybe if I'd been able to practice Super Metroid more, I could have gotten it down further. But I decided once Desirect posted that, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna concentrate on Blaster Master. So.
Alright, so, get back to some donation comments. $30 from No Tommy. Might as well reinforce my Minish Captain Moishi. I'm sorry. Let's hope it sticks. Alright, Moishi gets 230, which only increased the lead to $200 or $130 over Thor. Pretty big lead, but if enough people want Thor, they can get
Or
it.
any other name.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 came back from a bigger lead than that.
Yeah,
That's true.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is down to like $215, so...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, some people appear to be confused who we are. I'm Romsco, this is Nitrodon, PC in the game.
The disembodied voice you hear is Uranium Anchor.
Yeah, he's on the laptop right next to me, just off camera. And the guy you saw bring the curlers in front of you every now and then is Arrow. He ran a bunch of games for this marathon, actually.
Still got one to go.
Still got one to go. And speaking of that one to go, Toe Jam is at $46. Earl is at $40 for Toe Jam and Earl 2. So
I might as well mention this again. I mentioned it earlier. It might be new people watching. If you're already familiar with the Toe Jam and Earl series, then you probably have your own favorite character, and you'll just donate to whichever one you like, and that's fine. Gameplay-wise, in Toe Jam and Earl 2, there's not a huge difference between the characters. It doesn't really affect gameplay much. So it's like basically Earl's one strength over Toe Jam is that he can push rocks faster, which really only comes into play in like 2 or 3 places in the speedrun. And Toe Jam's advantage is he has a slightly smaller hitbox, which gives him a higher chance to dodge attacks, and he has a lower sort of spawn point of jars when you use the mechanic button. So in speedruns, Toe Jam actually ends up being slightly faster overall, just because with the panic buttons you can actually hit things, whereas Earl has like maybe 1 in 10 chance of hitting stuff when he uses the panic button. But, you know, either one's fine. I've practiced with both. My personal favorite character is Earl, but, you know, if you want to see toe jams, that's fine with me.
Alright, this is one of the harder bosses in the game.
Yeah, we're gonna give him some serious time for this boss.
Not really that serious time, but...
He said one of the harder bosses in the game. I'm just gonna call that serious.
Okay, why not?
Semi-serious time.
It can kill you pretty fast if you mess up. So.
Yeah, her block throwing attack.
Those blocks devastate. This boss and also the hero, he's about to die right now. Oh, I'm sorry, spoilers. About to die right now. They're both curler prizes as well. If you donate $5 or more, you can get them. No! That guy is a jerk. Look at that smile. What kind of jerk wears that smile around? Alright. Yeah, see, it just like devastates when it's... and there you go. That is why he saved right beforehand. Because that boss can do that.
I'm usually not this bad, but yeah, I guess I'm rusty. At least the cutscene goes fast if you already played this boss after booting up the game.
Actually, that's a funny thing. If you're doing a submission for this game, you could speed it up a bit by loading 2 instances of the game. One, you beat the game, and then you open a second instance and can skip all the cutscenes faster in it. Pretty interesting, I think. Alright, let's see him take them down this time. Take her down.
Alright, got her.
Nice. Alright, so that was a good boss fight there. And, yeah, the Hitaka is perfectly legal as far as SDA is concerned, do what I just mentioned. So back to some donation comments. Yeah, we already did the one. And, Carol Schoenfelder, I apologize if got that wrong. $50 just says, great going, Nitrodon. Alright, did I pronounce your name even close to right?
Schoenfelder.
Schoenfelder, okay. I was kind of close. So, Nitrodon's mom, cheering him on. Thank you for that donation, very gracious. Sean Grand sends in 10. Please put this for Aqua. Great job with the marathon. Thanks once again for ruining my sleep schedule. You're welcome. All of ours are running too. 358 for Aqua. So, Terra's going to make a bit of a comeback, but we've obviously seen bigger gaps demolished in one donation before, so.
Yep.
We are not going to call anything final until that game starts.
It's not over till the fat lady sings.
Alright.
Yes, this is Cave Story. That's why it says Cave Story underneath.
Yeah, you might, if you're watching this the stream at all, under the game window it says the game, the runner, and the time that you went.
That guy just what's the kind of bad movement pattern there. He's like gonna kill him without getting hit.
I always liked the boss in this area. Like, and you can't tell it's really a cat until at the end, but
No.
yeah, it had a pretty interesting concept.
Okay, good. I got some health.
Oh, nice.
These guys deal 5 damage, so I was worried.
Yeah, so the blade is a pretty powerful weapon,
Yeah.
as you may have noticed already.
One of the best weapons in the game.
Yeah, you want to keep it,
Level 2.
2, yeah. Level 3, what's the issue with it exactly?
It's got a really slow refire rate, basically.
Right,
Yeah, because it has an area of effect attack that persists.
Alright, so he wants to keep it to level 2, and it pretty much just devastates most bosses, and just enemies in general, so. The machine gun's mainly going to be used for movement from this point forward, and the blade is just killing things that need to be killed, so.
This is how fast the level 2 blade deals damage.
Yeah.
At least if you're right up next to him.
Yeah.
Since I don't think anybody has mentioned it in a while, maybe they did while I was out of the room, but we are raising money for the Organization for Autism Research. It's a pretty awesome charity. You guys should donate.
We've had lots of people, you know, when they send in their donations, comment about how they know people, you know, family members or friends who are affected by autism, or even themselves might be affected, and, you know, it's something that affects so many people, and if we can make a small difference, it's all worth it.
Indeed, and I would just like to point out that at some point in the recent past, we passed $11,000, so good job, everybody.
Yeah! High class.
You clap, but you got this cat to take.
Okay, I'll...
This is a boss that gives a lot of people trouble the first time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this was definitely the first one that I found to be really hard.
Wait, did I not kill the bottom left one?
I guess not.
I can't tell from back
I
here.
thought I killed him!
Well, its health bar is pretty full.
No, the health bar is only for the main one. Okay, I'll look back now.
Alright, there we go. So this is how you do this. Alright, good job. Monster X, what?
I just love how there's randomly a giant cat in this machine too.
Alright, here's the place where most people screw themselves out of the best ending because they don't know better.
Yep.
You mentioned that 10 minutes ago? Well, we were watching a run that's awesome, so shut up, Mickey, Yuma, Chewbacca, face.
Alright.
Yeah, but
I'm actually going to use a new strategy against this boss.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I got it from Roll and Then 1.
Oh, okay. He has some crazy Mega Man strats.
Yeah.
I guess this is close enough to Mega Man that he enjoys playing.
Yeah, it's a little bit, not similar.
Yeah.
Too far, I might mess up. But it's okay if I do.
Mike, if you want us to say something, give us a highlight or something.
You know, you could just come here yourself and solve all these problems.
Yeah, really.
Lazy bum. What have you done for SDA lately? I heard you stepped down as dictator because you couldn't handle the pressure.
No, now he's just backseat driving this marathon, so.
Seriously.
Alright, so don't have a boss fight for a little while here, but the next one's pretty big.
Yeah, Riven was a mess. We tried to stream it on the main machine and it killed the stream as soon as we started the program. So what we ended up doing was installing it on my laptop. It's got an HDMI out port. And after a bit of struggling, that worked, and then he got near the end, and then Riven crashed, and it's like, okay, that's enough of that.
Yeah, apparently I've been demoted while I've been here, so that's cool. Good job, Mike. Alright.
So, yeah, I meant, for the notepad for next time, we should make sure that the game actually streams well before we try to learn it.
Yeah, well, I mean, some people didn't come in until, like, well,
I'm talking about, like, he should have tried this months ago, make sure actually, so that we could have been prepared for that.
Alright.
Because
You're closer now.
worst case, I bet we can get games like that. We can probably find somebody's laptop with their video out and just do it that way.
All right.
That would probably work.
Is your laptop working now? Someone was wondering. Is Riven just devastated like so hard? Nothing's working.
Oh, it was just Riven just froze. I was able to task kill it pretty easily, and then
Your computer overheated.
yeah, this thing overheats way too easily. It gets up to like 90 degrees idle. It's ridiculous.
That's never happened.
Oh, I missed something when
I couldn't get through that gap.
Dude, okay, we learned anything from this marathon. It's that ladders and doors are hard. I'm sure that little gap is like right on par with those. Yeah, I was thinking too that maybe Eastern time would be good for the schedule, but for our sake of the people being here, Mountain Time is very nice to have on that schedule.
Yeah. Well, I think ideally we could just have it have an option on the page to adjust the time zones whatever you want. But I don't know how complex that would be. And Arcarian is the one who does all that stuff, I believe.
Yeah, I got on the way back too.
Yeah, one thing I haven't mentioned yet about when he's doing the machine gun, you may notice that it's like barely going down when he's mashing fast enough. You can actually mash fast enough that like it just never goes down.
I should explain what I was just doing. When you're in water, you're slowed down a lot.
Right, yeah.
But if you stay in the air, you get to keep your speed.
Yeah. But, yeah, I was just mentioning because I noticed in relation to that, machine gun thing.
Yeah, it only starts going up if you hold the button.
Yeah, and if I can take a second here, the reason that you need air is because your robot isn't entirely waterproof, and if you're in the water too long, it gets in your circuits and kills you basically. Curly's got the bubble shield there, which is like essentially waterproofing, and she gives it to you after this boss fight.
Alright. Meanie.
Yeah, that was barely me.
That's bad. I won't full around them now. Because my third round was basically non-existent.
If you guys don't mind the small spoiler, as part of getting the good ending, one of the things you have to do is that after Curly gives you a bubble shield, you actually have to drag her out, and one of the things you have to do is make sure to drain her while you're going through the little water chute. That's the next part of this game. And if you don't stop and drain her, as you keep going, you'll get a warning that says like Curly stop moving or something. I forget exactly what it was. But basically the idea is that these robots aren't entirely waterproof. So that's why you need air.
Yeah, that's what the time limit goal is for Cave Story. Well, it's listed on the schedule, but it is very generous for Nitrodon because he usually finishes the game.
Yeah, but I could use generous about now.
Yeah, I mean,
He usually finishes the game more than 10 minutes ahead of what we put first.
yeah. What did he get at Awesome Games? I think it was like
1:12. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Faster than last.
M64 was pretty good. I think he
got a 58:45, I think.
Yeah, which is like within a few minutes of the world record. So
Well, the record now is like 49 minutes.
Oh, really?
Well, okay. Well, if it was SDA time, it's like about 8 minutes off.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. I was thinking of a different place.
The reason we time things different, SDA's policy has always been to time speedruns just to kind of normalize it for everything, since we obviously cover so many types of games. We usually start timing at the point when you have control of the character and then stop timing at the point where you lose control. The way that the larger percentage of the Mario 64 speedrunning and racing community has done it is to start timing at the file selection.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why it's
basically
timed
power
over.
on the front.
Yeah, it's like a minute difference on that game. There's a variety of reasons that we do it for character control, as opposed to when you hit start on the title screen.
But mostly, I mean, it just simplifies things because everything is just the same. I mean, there's obviously certain games that have weird circumstances that might cause them to have special rules.
Yeah, there have definitely been various exceptions made. Like usually we end timing when you lose character control. But there are some games that you actually have control during the credit sequence, and we generally we don't time those.
And if a game has a reliable in-game timer, then we'll try to do it like that.
Yeah.
When it's starting the timer.
Yeah.
Alright, so, this boss is funny. The one coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where you have to drain the water out of Curly. If you don't do this, you'll get a message in the next section.
Yeah, it's required for the best ending.
Yeah, that Curly stopped moving and then she drowns and you can't find her again. And that's it. No more good ending.
Alright, so unless this donation app's just refusing to cooperate or something, we haven't had donations in a while, but need a reminder that if you donate $5 or more during this run, if you $5 or more during this run, you can win any one of these 4 perlers that are being shown on the camera right there. You got Sue, you got Toriko, what is it? Toriko, I guess? King, Toriko, right? King or
Balrog.
Yeah, I'm sure Balrog is the one everyone wants.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Maybe next time we'll have a Balrog.
Yeah, so those perlers do own, like,
they're really nice.
like Rob Fat Ha said. So, Rob is fat indeed, ha. Okay, so, if you donate $5 or more, you get in on that. And I know anyone who's ever played this game wants those perlers, so. And another mention to MechRector, who made those perlers. You can commission him to make perlers of your choice. If you should just...
More damage than I usually take, but a good fight, nonetheless.
Yeah, it was pretty fast. Like, I just turned my head like twice and you just finished it, so I was like, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Not that exciting.
Anyway.
So,
21 minutes.
yeah, someone, preferably MechRector, can paste his Gmail in the chat there, and you can take commissions. Or give commissions to him, rather.
Here it is.
I'm kind of glad when they were reading the English translation of the lyrics to the credits song in We Love Katamari that they didn't actually get to the end of the song. It's not very good advice for people doing a marathon. The last verse is, what we're trying to say is don't stay inside playing video games and play outside for a change.
Yeah, because it is only a Japanese song, right?
It's in Japanese. It's kind of like, it's funny because the singer is supposed to be the king of all cosmos singing the song, and the voice they gave him, I guess, in Japanese sounds kind of funny. It almost has like an Australian accent, an Australian speaker speaking Japanese. But yeah, the creator, someone can correct me. I think his name is like Keita Takahashi or something, who did the Katamari Damacy series, at least the first 2 games. He kind of, the first game was kind of experimenting. He didn't even want to make a sequel and was sort of pressured into it by Namco because they basically told him that if he didn't design the sequel, they would do it without him. And after the We Love Katamari, every sequel since then has just been developed by Namco. And Keita kind of has been doing other projects. I mean, he's still made some video games. Like he made the, what was it called? The Nobi Nobi Boy or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with them.
But, I don't know, for a while he was saying he wasn't ever going to make video games again. He was going to design playgrounds, and I don't know, he's a goofy guy. Definitely a genius, but, you know.
Obviously goofy. So, take it from his games.
Yeah, here's where you can get the bad ending, I believe.
Yeah, and it's faster to say yes anyway, but you get the bad ending if you say yes and then talk to outside.
Yeah, you fly away on a dragon and just sort of leave the island to its own devices, and basically the doctor wins.
Yeah, so those unfamiliar with the neat little thing he's doing besides the machine gun.
Okay, right? Yeah.
What, the timer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's been a while since I've gotten it.
Yeah. So yeah, he just got the timer, so you can do Maclomata's challenge being 358 in the Sacred Grounds.
Yeah, the only thing this timer does is give you a little on-screen display as soon as you get to the Sacred Grounds before you win the game.
Yeah.
So,
solely for the purpose of time attack.
and this right here
It's not
is why
needed to get into Sacred Grounds.
yeah, this right here is why you don't get the spur in a speed run.
I was gonna mention the other little speed boost he got for those unfamiliar with the game was the booster. Was it 2.0? Was that? Yeah, it was 2.0, right?
Yeah, boosting 2.0. Well, you need that to get the
best end.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in fact, if you get the booster 0.8, then the tow rope disappears.
Are you gonna be okay in Final Cave from that?
Yeah, he's almost
He's almost to that cave. Like,
he's pretty close to the ending, like 15-20 minutes.
yeah, Final Cave was like the spot in the game that I just like had to really just sit down and grind it out.
Yeah, the Final Cave is basically a test of your booster 2.0 abilities.
Yeah.
At least the hidden one is.
Yeah, that's the other thing about it. Is the final cave changes depending on whether or not you have the booster, the good booster or the bad booster. You get a completely different cave that's a lot harder, and you also get an extra boss. But the boss is ridiculously easy.
Alright, so we have a few donations, I guess showing the Perver's help, or this thing is slow. Sieta Shaw sent $10. Loving the stream so far. Are you guys excited as much as I am for Cave Story 3DS? Also put this money for Terra, Birth by Sleep. Okay, Terra, slowly catching up. Back within $17 or so.
If history has taught us anything, these donations are only gonna, the bidding wars are only gonna heat up more the closer it gets to the actual game being played.
Well, after the PC games, isn't it Birth by Sleep? We're getting close.
I think so, yeah.
So next up we have Quake 2, right?
Yeah.
And then
then we have Left 4 Dead 2, and that's gonna be like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Quake 2, Portal, then Left 4 Dead 2 is going to be 4 players. 3 of them will be online and not on site here.
This is going to be probably our last, if we have any more technical hiccups, this might be the one that we have issues with. Hopefully it'll go smoothly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Testing with the gang seemed to be fine before, when he just went on a server very briefly though. We'll see how it works out.
I'm kind of hoping the other guys are like recording their stuff with fraps and they can send it to us later, but I wouldn't hold my breath. We'll see.
That reminds me, we need to make sure to turn the DVD recorder back on when they start that.
When sort of
You turned it off for the PC games.
Yeah.
For Birth by Sleep, yeah.
I'd see if I can get the level 3 machine gun back. It's not really that important, but it's nice to have. Yay! Oh, I missed that. Trying to also get the glitch where you keep the booster speed.
Right, so about Cave Story 3DS. I don't have a 3DS or Wii, so the other versions of Cave Story are irrelevant to me, but
Yeah.
I know there was very mixed reception on the Wii version of Cave Story.
I liked it. Well, at least I didn't actually download the whole thing, but I played the demo, and I thought the demo was great. But
Yeah.
some people, obviously, I mean, I wouldn't say it's good enough. Like, if you've already played the PC version, considering the PC version is free, I don't think that there's any value that the Wii version has that makes it
Minor
better.
thing here, I kind of saved a menu trip by reading the letter right now.
Oh, okay.
But speaking of the 3DS version, if you're like Rom and you don't actually have a 3DS, you could always try donating $10 because our grand prize this marathon is a brand spanking new 3DS along with a copy of Ocarina of Time 3D.
Yeah, so just as a quick little explanation here.
Alright, this is gonna be good.
Nice.
Just as a quick little explanation here, since he's kind of rocketing through these dialogue boxes, he has to get this thing to restore Curly's memory because she gets amnesia after she gets flooded. And if you don't do that, hell won't open. Yeah,
Yeah, there's all these little requirements.
Yeah, there's like 8. There's like 8 different tiny little triggers that you have to do to get the good ending. And if you miss any one of them, you just don't go to Sacred Grounds. There's a hut right at the end of the game where there's a hole in the floor.
Yeah. After you beat
you beat the final boss of the normal ending.
Yeah. If you haven't gotten the triggers, the hut won't be open. So.
Yep. It's the final boss of the game, Valos, like, it doesn't really give you much of an explanation of him or anything, other than a little few dialogue boxes in Sacred Grounds. It, like, makes no sense why he's there, really. It's just like an evil guy who's had, like, evil magic.
No, he's not evil, he's just
control. Oh, I'm sorry.
Crazy.
He's a guy who's had magic by basically making him evil, I guess.
Yeah, basically, he was a good guy, and people loved him, and like King tortured him, and he went crazy.
Alright, there you go. Typical story, but there you go. So, yeah, that's all about K-Story 3DS. Damien Moody, Dragon Dark, sends $10. You said you haven't had any recent donations, so here you go, huzzah! Thank you, appreciate it. Christopher Stone sends $5, huzzah! This is working, yes, huzzah, seems to be pretty popular right now. Colin just sends $5.
Oh, yeah.
And Haven Waters sends $5.
Just as a reminder, we are getting pretty close to the end of this game. If you want those perlers, get your donations in.
Yeah, he's about to go to the final stretch here, where, for the main boss of
Fetch
normal.
quest first.
Yeah. Small fetch quest, but not much of one.
Yeah, it's not nearly as obnoxious as the puppies.
Yeah.
And I have the Mimic of Math, but I didn't knit myself another one, sorry.
Oh, Haven Waters did have a comment. Thanks for doing this event, really enjoying it. Hope to see some crazy stuff during Quake 2. Donating the $5 towards the cave story stuff. Cool. Yeah, Quake 2, Gumbill. I've watched Quake 1 runs a lot, but Quake 2 I'm not quite as familiar with. I just played it as a kid a bunch with, LAN with a bunch of other people, so. Not much I remember about it, but he says he can beat it under 40 minutes pretty consistently, so anyone who's familiar with the game find that an impressive time. You better stick around and watch that action. Okay,
He just
you
watched
saw how
Mario
well,
too.
yeah, you saw how well he did in Mario 64, so I assure you he'll do just as well at Quake 2.
Feel like saying anything to the screen?
About Quake
He's
2.
actually in the room right now, so.
Yeah, Gombill is here. If you
I've
want.
done a lot of practice today. I've gotten under 40 every time.
There you
I had
go.
a 37 earlier.
And you like really cool glitches they're going to be a highlight for that?
Lots of rocket jumps.
Rocket jumps, yeah. Much like Quake 1. That's one of the big things in that.
I love quad rocket jumps.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of skips that you get because of the rocket jumps, or is it mostly just like
Most of them save like 20 seconds or so. That's
And that's pretty big in a Quake stage.
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of people might not know this, but Speed Demos Archive originally was a Quake-focused speedrunning site before it expanded to other games.
Yeah. Quake 2's page isn't anywhere near the size of Quake 1's,
That's true.
Quake 1 is basically its own sub-site.
Yeah.
We still, I mean, as far as I know, I think we still have a Quake dedicated section of the board.
Yeah, we do.
You know, alongside where we have like older consoles, newer consoles, and PC games.
I'm 3 or 4 minutes behind my usual time.
Alright. Not too bad, though. You're still well ahead of your scheduled slot.
Yeah,
so.
you died
That's all we
like
care about.
at least twice, so it's still pretty good.
Just twice? I either died 2 or 3 times, I can't remember.
I can think it twice, but I don't know.
In the SRO, we've been laughing for months about the amount of time I was getting to Mario.
Oh, yeah. What did we have for Mario?
110.
You gave me 110.
I meant
Like,
You know-
I haven't gotten above 110 in like 5 months.
Yeah, it seems like all you guys, like Giano and Sigma, like to just play it so much. Like, you get so consistent that even if you make mistakes, you're still going to get like within a minute or two.
It's really, really rare that I even get about an hour.
Yeah. Well, I had 55 minutes for Blaster Master, and the only reason that we used that all up is because we got a late start. I mean,
yeah, we gave some very generous estimates for Roxy's, and it ended up working out because of difficulties we faced at one time or another.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is most of the time we've lost has been because of technical difficulties, not because people have been giving bad estimates.
I like how he's just beasting one of the hardest sections of the game, and like we're just talking about some completely different walkthroughs.
Yeah, I mean, if you've never played this is ridiculously impressive how fast he's getting this. I mean,
like, okay.
I don't think he's taken a single hit
Considering how, like, rusty he said he is, like, you wouldn't believe it, you just walked in.
Yeah, I mean, that's even better than he did.
This is, like, one of those things that's, like, just such muscle memory for him at this point, kind of like the B was for Tranquilite, that it's just really impossible for him to be really consistent at all. Oh, wow, that's cool. Alright, so...
No hits!
Yeah, no hits. That is worth some donations alone.
That's going in the highlight reel.
Yeah, that section with no hits is ridiculous. And, oh, not saving there. Straight on to the final boss of the normal ending.
Yeah, I'm feeling lucky.
Alright. He's feeling lucky.
But I might heal after the doctor.
Alright. So he's taking down Misery, then the Doctor, then the big cluster
Undead core is what it's called.
I almost just I had to censor myself. It does have some very annoying side bosses he has to clear. Consistency. Yeah, this final boss stretch, like definitely your first few times playing the game, definitely be really tough. It's making it look a lot easier than it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it took me like a couple of days worth of attempts to beat this boss section the first time I went through.
Yeah, so for everyone doing L4D2, I guess if you're in the chat, yeah, if you want to fraps your run and it's not gonna like ruin you, yeah, no one else has to stream it except here, so if that's not going to affect your playing it at all, then yeah, please go ahead.
I don't think there's any chance of me dying against the doctor.
Oh, this is a marathon, my friend. Don't ever say
I take like
count marathon.
4 damage top on the first form and 10 on the...
You don't want to have to do the final cake perfectly again, so don't say something like that.
I'm far away from him, so this will take longer. But I can also play safer.
Or you get it. Yeah, don't do that.
The little orange things that drop out, those level up your weapons and make it more powerful, generally speaking. You lose every time you take a hit.
Just because I didn't save, I'm going to heal.
Yeah, you have to.
I don't think I need to, but...
No, you should. Just don't even question it.
Yeah.
If you've played Blaster Master, it's basically a lot like the gun gauge in that game, where
It
you
is
get...
kind of similar to Blaster
Oh,
Master.
8 hit points, yeah, I'll need to heal to be safe.
Yeah. However, unlike Blaster Master, it's a lot easier to keep your gun gauge up.
Alright, here's Rob's guy. You got a problem.
Yeah, so. Yeah.
Guys, just gonna run into the tomorrow. Just got hit in an accident. He's okay.
Oh, level 2 blade, that never happens.
What's he running?
I think it might be good.
Oh, wow. That sucks.
So was he planning to come?
He's not.
Can someone comment?
Yeah,
Wow.
He's coming up from Vegas.
That's
Still from Los Angeles. I got been on his way here.
Wow, I'm okay.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
Alright, the core becomes vulnerable if it goes all the way to the left side, or I kill Misery or Sue. Quickest way to do that is to kill Misery.
Okay, well, so what do we want to try to do?
So that's what I'm going to do.
Once he's done.
And then I'm just going to dodge through the attacks for the entire battle.
Oh, right, yeah.
We have the game here. I think there's someone else who knows about it. I certainly don't. Practicing the second one.
Oh, that's not your fault. No, I mean, as long as you're okay, that's...
He's being mean, but I'm doing fine so far. Alright, got you now. Go left.
Alright, that's good.
After the safety heal, I don't think I got hit.
Alright, thanks for watching, man.
Whom I might have gotten. No, I got hit once.
So it's not like you need the healing potion for hell, right?
Yeah, keep
Oh, I
us
need
updated,
the light
okay?
pot for hell, that's why I got it.
Alright,
Oh, so wait, how did you heal then? Oh, you picked up those items, yes.
The Minigas?
Right, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Tojan, though. Tojan won.
Yeah, unless somebody here thinks they can
Nope.
sub in.
You?
I've not. I mean, I've played it obviously, but I haven't practiced it.
Yeah, okay,
So unfortunately, the runner who is gonna come here and play Toe Jam and Earl, the original one, he got in a car crash and his car stole, but he's fine. So no need to worry about him. He's perfectly fine. Doesn't have any isn't going to the hospital or anything. So, but he's unable to make it to the marathon, obviously. So we are going to have to cut Toe Jam and Earl. Still gonna have two though, and Arrow's gonna be playing that. So just to keep you updated on that. And this is serious time completely, so I will shut up for this.
Nah, it's just the second room of series time, really.
It's coming up. It's trying to be 358 here for extra donations.
It's kind of a short run, so it's not that scheduled.
Well, yeah, we're a little behind, but... Alright, series time.
I know, he finished before the time. But it's still working.
Yeah, I'm rolling those.
I think we're running pretty good behind schedule.
Well, no blocks yet. That's something. Yep.
Alright, got through the hell room. Alright, and yeah, we are just thankful that he's okay. Yeah. That's the most important part here. So if you do want those perlers, you can show them one more time. Yeah, those perlers that Nitrodon made.
Now's the time to get the donations.
Yeah, he is almost to the final boss.
Oh, I miscounted.
So if you like those perlers you're seeing here, or you're just a fan of the game, then you really want these. And $5 or more will get you a chance to win
And
this.
yes, I am about to do this in a marathon run.
Yeah, and even if you don't like furlers, don't like this game,
Donate it anyway?
yeah, it's going to a great cause and you should
Wait,
donate.
how did I accidentally switch to the machine gun?
He's really trying to get a good time, so I think I'll be quiet for a little bit. Just focus in between the bosses. That was unfortunate. Yeah, well, you don't take damage unless you do, so you should be fine.
Yeah, but... Well, it also means there's no sense in waiting.
Yeah.
Because I take 6 damage against all this one.
Okay. Alright. And you don't need to grab anything on the side, so...
Yep.
However fast he beats Ballos here, that is it. That's all you have to donate for the perlers. That's all that maybe 358. You think it's looking good on that?
Probably. Honestly, I don't really practice with the timer on, so I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, are the phases for the boss usually consistent?
What?
Are the phases, or this is boss
I'm
usually
relatively
consistent?
consistent, but
Alright.
sometimes it takes me 3 cycles instead of 2.
Okay.
Actually, often takes me 3 cycles instead of 2 in the third form.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was very ballsy play on the end of the Sacred Grounds there.
See, as I said, I take 6 damage.
Yeah. Speeds it up quite a bit.
So this takes me 2 rounds, 2 cycles. Sometimes you don't.
Nice. Still got him.
Yep.
Now it is the finale. Just gotta get in there and take it out. One at a time. No, it's the last one. If I can put the platforms up there.
I never get those 2 cycles.
Got that one now. Looks like he's gonna beat that free anyway. Can get in there.
I don't think I'll beat not 358.
No? Oh yeah, it does take a while to open up, huh? There we go. Oh no. It's slightly faster than that. Yep, you do not. And that's it.
Nice.
Valiant effort nonetheless. 405, and this was a one-shot run though, mind you. He couldn't afford to die in the Sacred Ground, so...
Yep.
Perhaps worth a donation nonetheless, McClellan?
If I had somehow gotten 2 cycles in the third form, I would have gotten it.
Yeah.